And now for the starters, first the Wildcats of Carlisle. Starting things off as a setter, a senior, number 3, Abby Berry. The middle hitter, a junior, number 7, Emma Robinson. A senior playing middle hitter, number 8, Ava Gentleman. As an outside hitter, a senior, captain, number 13, Sydney Light. An outside hitter, senior, number 15, Ashley K. Christensen. A right side hitter, a senior, number 18, Logan Brown.
All right, Megan. We're live. Can you hear me over there okay?
I can hear you.
Okay,
can you hear me?
I can hear you. I'm going to give us a little bit more maybe. There we go. Wow. I'll tell you what, that was a resounding rendition of the national anthem from Brian Taylor.
I
did too.
it.
That was outstanding.
I wasn't anticipating a live national anthem. We don't usually have that.
Right
so
here. I'm
here he
fist
is,
bump
the
him.
man.
That was awesome, man. Brian Taylor just walked right in front of us. The guy sang the national anthem. He knocked it out of the park. I think that should be a staple for all home games,
yeah.
Megan. I really do. I really do. Well, Meg, we're back on the air. Here we are. 2024 season.
Yep. We've had a live version of the national anthem followed by a bomber flyover.
Bomber flyover indoors. That's the staple of the hangar here in the Ballard Bombers. And, folks, I got to tell you, it's a little bit different for me up here this year because executive producer Dan Ingsler is not helping us out tonight. He's actually in the crowd as his daughter Emerson is starting. But if you heard the starting lineups for the Bombers, Megan Musdaughter Moore, the sophomore, is starting tonight. Megan's a little nervous, folks.
This is going to be something.
If she starts to fangirl out a little, we'll give her the permission because that's okay.
Whatever I say is going to be highly scrutinized at home.
That's
so
right.
I need to be careful tonight.
That's right. And sometimes your own worst critic is yourself unless it's your sophomore daughter.
Right, exactly.
Well, Meg, here we go. If you heard the starting lineups, folks, for the Carlisle Wildcats, they come in at 6-4 on the year, ranked number 4 in 4A volleyball. Had a fairly decent early season schedule. Their last 5, they lost to a good Clear Creek Amana team. They lost to Grinnell, and then they beat Mount Pleasant and Fairfield. For your home Bomber squad, not so great this year at 1-4, but very young, as we talked about pregame, Megan. You mentioned
very
that.
Very young, and we've lost some tight games. You know, I was at the Grinnell tournament on Saturday, and we played some really good competition, and you don't get better without good competition. So although our record doesn't look so hot right now, I'm excited about this season.
Well, right on cue. That's a good start there for the Bombers is Baumgartner. That's Brenna up front there. Tips it over. That was A.K. Christensen, Ashley K. Christensen, the senior outside hitter for Carlisle. Will be going to Eastern Michigan next year. Back to serve here for the Bombers is Ashley Kinter as she subs in here.
Yeah, Ashley, a junior. She's new to Ballard this year, so we're happy to have her.
You bet. Bombers received okay by Christensen. That'll be number 7, Robinson. A little too long.
I like our start.
2-0 here as the Bombers take the early lead. Kinter will go back to serve.
And it's packed the gym night, so we have a darn good crowd.
Yeah, we do student section. Looks like it's kind of a blackout or something over there, but we got them on their feet. It's always nice to have the home crowd up on their feet. Another good serve there from Kinter. Christensen from the back row, down ball, and just sneaks it in there underneath Baumgartner. Bombers lead 2-1 here early in the first.
I'm sure our conference schools will be happy to know that the Baumgartner sisters, we graduated one, so we're down to 1 Baumgartner, but I want to keep her. But we gained an Askelson, so we've got the Askelson sister duo here.
That's right, because we got
year.
Harley and Peyton.
Yeah.
Peyton, a little defensive specialist out there, actually libero, and she receives that serve. About a play, but Hallie Gardner will knock that one back in. Sets the outside to Light. Light will go up high, blocked, but it'll be out of bounds. And we watched Sydney Light swing in warm-ups, and
she's got a great approach, a great way to get the ball down. I think Ballard just needs to, make sure we put up a block, get our hands up and over the net, and at least try to slow that down. We know she's going to hit it, and she's going to hit it well, but we need to try to slow that ball down for our back row.
It's a middle set there to Baumgartner. That's up high.
Can do that as well.
Down hard, but that little quick set there. I think that was, that might have been Haley Estrom with the set. Bombers lead 3-2 here in the first. Back and forth, a lot of action.
Yep, we got sophomore Hallie Gardner back to serve.
Hallie had a nice season on the softball diamond. Got to call a couple of those games this summer. She puts one deep. Christensen receives. Be set up there for Light. Not a great set. Got a piece of it, did Estrom. Estrom with the back set to Baumgartner down the line and just out. Looks like it could have been tipped, but to no avail.
Yep. That's kind of that back set slide that the Bombers can run well. So just couldn't quite get it in this time.
A new setter this year and just some new pieces. We graduated some. We lost some to the transfer portal, so like you said, very young, as that's a decent serve right there from Tegan Stoner. Libero put it right where we weren't, as we were just a little bit deep. That was Kinter that couldn't quite get to that one, as Peyton Askelson talks to big little sister Harley Askelson. This will be Stoner on the serve. Into the net, so no good. Mudd will check back in as Peyton Askelson will slide out. It'll be Brenna Baumgartner back to serve for the Bombers as it's all square 4-4 here in the first. Jump serve from Baumgartner. Receive for Christensen. Setter Benson blocked there by the Bombers. Estrom with a quick ball over the top. Benson again to the outside, and Light misses that one. Just what you talked about earlier, Megan, getting a block up.
Put a block up and at least make her have to second guess herself. You know, I mean, she's a great player, but we got to at least have some sort of a presence at the net.
Make it tougher on her, right? No sense in making things easy for somebody that's good at what they do. That's Light on the receive there, and Benson across court. That was 8 Chanthavong with the down. That was Harley Askelson with a good hit across. That one is too strong from the Wildcats there from Addison Sears as that goes deep. Bombers lead 6-4, and Baumgartner's on a little bit of a run here.
Yeah.
On action, folks, and I apologize. I got to get used to this quick action. I did watch the Olympics, but it's not the same watching it as calling. And there's an ace from Baumgartner there. Christensen could not receive, and that seems to be a weak spot right now as we're seeing it. Is Christensen in that back row does not receive the ball very well. So I think if the Bombers can keep her back there, that would behoove us.
Right.
To keep her out of that front row.
Serving has changed so much. Since I played, girls can place their serve. I feel like when I was in high school, we were just trying to get it over the net.
Get it over the net. You bet that Benson to the outside
the
Light.
These girls are just putting it right where they want them to.
That was an excellent job there by Haley Estrom to get that ball off the net. Light on the outside. Big time block from Nora Mudd. That's young Mudd up there, rising up. Holy smokes, Nora. Nice job. Make it a little tougher, her mom says. Right on cue is Nora with the block.
Oh, that was fun.
Back over 8-4.
A brother in the student section shouldn't be too embarrassed about that. I think he was a little worried, but.
Baumgartner with another nice serve. Looks like it could have been out. Coach Duncan was yelling out to no avail. Askelson with a little tip over. Free ball here. That's Estrom back. Gardner with the back set. That's Harley Askelson down, and it's nice save there by that was 9 Sears to keep it back in play. Baumgartner the free one outside. Oh, and Harley just a little bit into the net there, maybe. Yeah, just a little bit of a mess, but the young Bomber squad is flying around here this evening.
I like the aggressiveness. You know, you got to swing hard. You can't go up there nervous because you give them a free ball and it's going to come back down your throat. So I like the aggressiveness.
Sydney Light back here to serve for the Bombers.
Just a little wide for Sydney. That brings in junior Emerson Inksler, number 14. Back to serve, Haley Estrom, our setter.
We got Haley Estrom and Hallie Gardner, but Estrom, the lefty, will serve here.
Yeah.
The southpaw. It's into the net, but that's when she's into the net. That was, I think, 11 Claire Benson, the sophomore setter. So the Bombers right now are on a bit of a run, and like you said, Megan, kind of playing loose and aggressive, and that's a good formula for a young team, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, with our record coming in and a young squad, I mean, I know I told mine, I said, you got nothing to lose. Go out there and swing hard.
And get up. That's the Centennial Circle combo up top there.
I like that.
That's the neighbors. Mudd and Inksler rising above the tape to get the block. And Ashley K. Christensen knows how to kill the volleyball, but to no avail, and Estrom with the serve again. Received by Light. Mudd with a tip over. The quick one. And that'll work again as the Bombers take the 12-5 lead. And Coach Jenna Karpik needs a timeout as this young Bomber squad on Pack the Gym Night has come out firing tonight, Megan.
You know, we're a young team, but you know, there's pros and cons to all the club sports, but one thing I would say for club sports is if you're a young player, you've played in big games on your club team.
Sure.
But, you know, so there's no reason to come out here and be too nervous because you've played in big games before in the off season. But there's something special about playing for your home team in your high school with all the fans right here.
Right.
You know, the club sports don't have the student section and all the fans, so it's a positive when sophomores get some playing time in the off season on club teams, and then they can come in here and maybe not be quite so young.
And it goes to your point, Megan, earlier where it said it's changed so much. Well, these girls are playing a lot of volleyball throughout the year as far as that goes, but there is something different about playing with your friends in front of your hometown, and especially when you're leading 12-5. As Estrom back to serve here again with a good placement. That's into the net, and I think that was Askelson maybe got a hand on her. Mudd was up there good. Another good block attempt from Mudd and Inksler. Outside set to Inksler.
Good swing by
saves
Emmy.
it. Emmy again. She just couldn't get it back down. That was a nice job by Christensen. Emmy Inksler. Emerson is her name. She goes by Emmy, folks. So if you hear us say that, that's who we're talking about. We got some subs in here as that'll be Abby Berry will check back in. Along with Logan Brown will be back in the game. This Carlisle team definitely has some height and some experience with their hitters as Berry hits it over. Peyton Askelson with the receive. Back set there from Estrom. Askelson cross court. That's Doug.
Nice dig.
Nice dig there from Hallie Gardner. Not afraid to get down and dirty.
She's not.
And that's a tough set there as that'll be 4. And it looked like that was just a miss set there from Sears, but what an effort by Hallie Gardner, the sophomore, to get down for that one. 13-6 the Bombers lead, and this will put Ella Ashworth back on the serving line. Ashworth throws it up and over.
Nice deep serve. Got him out of rotation a little bit. Oh, what are they going to? Oh, it went on the other side of the antenna.
I think that it did go on the other side of the antenna. Line judge back there, Jake Johnson, was all over it, as so was Coach Duncan. 14-6. Ella Ashworth back to serve. Good serve again to the back row. Like you said, a little bit out of rotation. Christensen from the back row. Nice dig from Askelson. Back set to Inksler. That one just stays in. Good swing and a good block there from the Wildcats. I do like the way that we're passing, and we've had some really good sets. We've had a mishap here or there, but I'll tell you what, the effort we're playing with on the front row against these girls is really outstanding so far in this first set.
Yep.
And this will be Ava Chanthavong back to serve.
Another good pass.
Ashworth.
See if Hallie can put one down. Just a little long.
Just a little long, but looking for maybe a little bit of a tip, but to no avail. But good swing again. Good aggressive swing there from Hallie Gardner.
Another good pass, good set, good hit. It'll come.
14-8, the Bombers lead as Ava Chanthavong is back to serve again. Gardner receives that one. Estrom outside to Gardner. And she just couldn't quite get her down again. Yep. She's right there, but you got to like that Estrom went right back to her again. 14-9 as Chanthavong is 2 straight here for the Wildcats. Get them back
Bombers
in this one.
need a side out.
Chanthavong to Ashworth back there. Estrom with a back set to Inksler. Inksler.
That was in. There we go.
That is in. Nice placement there from Emmy Inksler. Good set from Haley Estrom. Looks like it'll be Peyton Askelson back to serve as Nora Mudd checks out. Some good points there from Mudd. So it'll be Askelson with the Bombers up 15-9 in the first set. Got the Wildcats a little on their heels. Be buried to the outside. This is Christensen, and that one is just a little long.
Yep, 15, Ashley Kay, I think she goes by AK, is a senior. Like we said, she's going to go play in Michigan next year, Eastern Michigan. She's got a great swing, and it's a nice rotation to have that girl in the front row when the other one here, Light, is not.
Inksler gets that one. That's outside now, serve, and Gardner just gets that over. Might have stepped underneath the net, but didn't see it. Light with the tip. Estrom outside to Gardner again, and I think we might be in the net just a little bit. Like that was number 10 maybe, or 11. I don't know what they called there, but the point for the Wildcats.
I think it was under the net.
Yeah,
you know, I don't really ever understand that.
But
I think you can go under there, but if the play is anywhere near, then they call it. But if the play's in the back row or something, I think you can kind of step under there.
This is A.K. Christensen with a serve as the Wildcats trail 16-10. Baumgardner will send it over. Dug out of there, outside to Light, big swing. Tipped by Baumgardner.
Yep.
Askelson with a back pass there to Gardner, down. Decent return there from Chanthavong, but to no avail. Hallie Gardner just keeps swinging, girl.
We need her to get one in there, and that's all it takes.
Just keep swinging. 17-10, the Bombers lead, as this will bring in Ashley Kinter. The little 5'3" junior, just new to Ballard this year. Ashley sends it over deep in that back row. That's Barry with a nice save. It'll be over. Askelson will get it. Now it'll be set. Middle set there to Baumgartner. That's that quick set we talked about.
Yep. Brenna is tall and can jump and can hit hard.
That's, if you're asking me, Megan, that's a good combination to have as a volleyball player, right? Most
of us have one or three of those things, you know.
Yeah. The jumping is not part of it anymore, not at our age. Kinter again with a good serve back to Christensen. Barry to the outside to Light. She'll swing hard.
Way to get a hand on that with the block. That's exactly what they have to do.
You betcha. It goes right to your point, Megan. Nice analysis early on as we get a piece there.
Nice dig by Ella Ashworth.
Excellent job by Peyton Askelson as it was a tip, so that would have been 3. Little tip there as Gardner's down again.
Another great save.
Askelson will send it over. That's Brown gets a piece. Now it's going to be a free ball for the Bombers.
Wow.
The communication's great on the backside. Estrom outside to Gardner. Dug out of there by Chanthavong.
Just a great volley. A lot of hard work out here.
Little communication in the back row miss, but Gardner will send it over again to the back row to Christensen. Now that'll be buried to the outside to Light. The Bombers get up. And what a volley won there by the Wildcats, but it was an excellent volley on both sides. Some really good volleyball. You hit the nail on the head there, Megan.
You know, those back row girls, Peyton and Ella, Peyton just gets down and dirty back there. I would be a little afraid with those balls coming that hard at my face.
She sticks her nose right in there every time.
Ashley, they are awesome back there.
You bet, and it saves a lot of points and keeps balls alive. 18-11 the Bombers lead as that was Benson with the serve, and I missed that. Who was that on the hit?
Brenna.
That was Brenna Baumgartner again.
A great set and just a smoke of a hit.
19-11 is Baumgartner with another kill. I believe it's her 3rd or 4th of this first one. That'll be Hallie Gardner back to serve for the Bombers as they lead 19-11. Bombers are playing with some swag and a little bit of fun right now. There's a little more pep in their step. The crowd feels it too as Gardner sends it over. Decent return into the net. That'll be a lift. Excellent serve by Hallie Gardner to that back row.
You know, this is just our first game of the season, and last year Tim and I really admitted to not knowing a whole lot about volleyball, but we feel like experts. But I believe we played to 25, right?
We do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Some at the tournament this last weekend it was to 21, but so we are.
Yep, I think right there we're going to get a redo, basically free ball here as they did get the call with hitting it with the knuckle.
Oh, okay.
So she is in the net there. As that, we're trying to figure out, well, I think we were in the net there, apparently.
Yeah.
So 19-12. We're not sure there. So now you talk about us knowing the rules, Megan. There's been 2 plays back-to-back where I'm not sure exactly what's going on.
Well, in our defense, we're a long ways away from the referees.
We are. and if you can see, folks, because you're seeing it from the other side of the gym, the net judge.
Are they looking at us?
The net judge, yeah, they're looking at us. So the net judge is kind of right in our way. So we have a harder time seeing the Bombers on this side. And
we're mid-40s.
Yeah, right. I do have an eye appointment coming up here in early October.
So bear with us, folks.
Yes. We do know the score is right. It's 19-12. The Bombers lead here. It is warm in the gym this evening. It's been nice this week, but it's been a little warm in here. As this will be Isabel Wyckoff. Peyton Askelson kind of let that one roll up her shoulders a little bit. Hartley will send it over. Wyckoff, that'll be a Light on the outside. Big time hit there. That's Sydney Light.
Very pretty hit.
Yes, it was. 19-13 the Bombers lead as Wyckoff will go back to serve again. Gets a little encouragement from A.K. Christensen. That's Ashley Kay.
I think Light and Peyton Askelson are actually teammates in the offseason on a club team, or going to be this year maybe for the first time.
Baumgartner hangs in the air and gets a piece of it. This should be a free ball for the Bombers. Brennan will receive it. A little quick set on the backside. She hits it again, blocked by Light. Oh, and it fell in no man's land, and that's Kinter. That's Kinter saying to Ashworth, "That's my fault," as Coach Duncan is getting excitable as the referee.
Hate to lose a point like that.
Yeah, that was kind of a free one there. Just a little miscommunication. We've seen it a couple times there in the back, but it is not for lack of effort, as this is Wyckoff again, 19-14 now. Now the Bombers are a little bit loose. Looks like we might want to get a timeout, maybe to get things back in order. We'll see what Coach Duncan wants to do. 19-15 the Wildcats lead as Wyckoff's on a bit of a run here. Serving. Rotation seems to be working for the Wildcats. That's Kincher with the receive. Astrom to the outside to Harley Askelson.
There we go. Nice hard hit by Harley.
Way off the stanchion, it stays in play. That's Kincher.
Nice hit.
That
nice.
Quick set again.
Just all of it there. Good pass.
You
Good
bet.
set and a great hit by Brenna.
Astrom to Baumgartner is the formula to success so far this evening as the Bombers lead 20-15. Nora Mudd will check into that front row for Peyton Askelson. Baumgartner will be back to serve. It's Gardner, Kintner, Astrom, Harley Askelson, Nora Mudd in for the Bombers as Baumgartner goes to serve with a jump. Christensen receives. It's a back set from Benson. It's a piece, and that was Gardner almost with a pancake, but just late to the party on that one.
You know, they're respecting our block we're putting up. They had to tip up and over that one, but it got us right in that dead spot in the center.
So this will be Sydney Light as the Wildcats trail 20-16. Light to serve, just hits the tape and trickles over. Boy, I saw that a lot this summer in the Olympic volleyball. Some of those girls just hit the top of the tape.
I hate those.
Trickle over. Yeah, there's not much you can do with them. Spoken like a true fan right there. As Light's back again to serve as the Bombers trail 20-17. That's Kinter will receive that one. Estrom with a set outside to Harley Askelson. That one's blocked up front there. Nice block by Addison Sears. She rose up as the Bombers will take a timeout now as they lead 20-18, but it's slipping away ever so slightly here in this first set. Well, Megan, you were right on cue as far as us having to get up and block and them to respect our blocking ability. So now we've seen them go to more of tipped balls and finding that kind of that area where we're not quite sure, because once they start hitting again and we come up, it spells bad news. But it starts with the girls up front at the net. Yep,
you got to be ready. And, you know, I think they probably came thinking, you know, we're going to hit hard. But I know our girls worked all week on putting a block up. And so I think that has paid off for them here. But now we just got to remember to be ready for both things, the tip and the hit, which is easier said than done.
Absolutely. Hey, well, we've got about a 10-second break here before we get going. We'd be remiss if we didn't mention Flight Bar and Grill. Matt and Marianne and the folks over there, they're our main sponsor for the Ballard Network. If it wasn't for them, the free would not probably remain free, the feed, I should say. But we appreciate Flight Bar and Grill as they've been a big help to the network, because that one has received by Kinter. Askelson will hit it over for a free ball. That's Light. That's Benson with the middle set.
Nice
big dig
Peyton
there from Peyton Askelson. Outside to Harley, and she just couldn't quite get it over. 20-19 as the Wildcats are on the comeback trail. You could say the Wildcats are on the prowl back here right now.
Yeah, if you've never been to Flight Bar and Grill in Huxley, they are home of Iowa's Best Burger 2 years ago.
2 years ago, 2023,
and it is still good. So
it's still good.
If you haven't been there yet, you definitely should.
This is Light on the serve. Big dig there, but I just could not quite receive it from Kinter. Ashley Kinter.
We're tied up.
I'll tell you what. Bombers had them down 14-5 at one point in this first set, and the Wildcats, no pun intended, have clawed their way back, Megan.
They have.
And
Bombers
this will be Sydney Light. Need to get a side out here, as you say, for the Bombers. Sydney Light back on the serve. Askelson will receive it. Haley Gardner from the back row sends it deep back there to Light. That's Benson. Set it cross court to Christensen.
Nice
big time dig again by Askelson. But his sister Harley at the net.
A little out of sorts here, but I like the aggressiveness by Hallie coming in from the back row.
It's an outside set. There's Nora Mudd with the block up front. So it'll be Benson. She'll set at the back row to Light. Now the Bombers got a piece, but it just snuck in there as the Wildcats take the first lead of this set here, set number 1, 21-20, and it's been the formula of success back there for Sydney Light. Like I said, these last two rotations with Wyckoff and Light back there serving have served the Wildcats well as Light hits that one to Gardner. Little miscommunication, free ball here for the Wildcats. Light sees that one. Benson with a quick set. Gardner receives that back. Passed out there by Askelson to her sister Harley. Into the net. With the block. Looked for two, the Wildcats did, to no avail. This will be Christensen will send it deep back there to Gardner. Estrom to the outside to Harley Askelson. Blocked up there by, looked like Chanthevon. Back row tip as Mudd gets a piece. Now it's a free ball. Nice job by the Bombers.
Oh, my.
That's Gardner again. We've got a volley on our hands, folks. Estrom sends it to the back row. Benson to the outside. A.K. Christensen blocked by the Bombers up front. Still volleying. Calling point for the Bombers as it's 2 hits on the Wildcats.
I'm sorry, Tim, if I go silence because I'm so tense up here.
That's okay. Your mother first, broadcaster second. I can respect it, but Nora Mudd made her presence felt at the net there. What an incredible volley by both teams. The Bombers get the point. Tie it up 21-21. Estrom back to serve. That's light on the receive. Not a great receive as Sears hits it, and it falls into no man's land. Point for the Bombers. Point for the Bombers as they lead 22-21. This is a roller coaster of a first set here in the hangar.
I was excited for tonight, but, man, this is bringing it up a notch.
22-21 as Estrom back to serve. Light receives it again. Benson with a set outside to Christensen. And A.K. Christensen with the kill. There's a reason she's going to Eastern Michigan, but I'll tell you what, the young Bomber squad here on the north side of the court came to play this evening as it's tied 22-22. Abby Berry will check in to serve for the Wildcats. Lights in the back row along with Tegan Stone the libero.
I think she went on a little run for them last time she served, so we got to...
Finds a piece of the net. Estrom will keep it alive. Emma Inksler with a decent effort, but she just hit it outside of that stanchion. Yep. So the Wildcats now lead 23-22. The effort is there on both sides of the net. Barry will serve this one with a jump serve. Peyton Askelson receive into the net. Estrom, and now she just got into the net. Not a great serve receive as Askelson kind of sent her into the net.
Yeah, that was a tough one for Haley.
Not much we could do. Coach Duncan will take a timeout here as the Bombers trail 24-22 with match point coming up here, I should say. So, wow. I got sweaty on that one, Meg. That was a lot of volleying going on. Holy smokes, but that's what we signed up here for. Again, folks, we want to give a shout out to Flight Bar and Grill, our main sponsor, along with Flight Bar and Grill, the Ballard Booster Club. If you're wondering about the Booster Club, you can check out their Facebook pages if you want to be a member. And you got it up on the screen there, I think. I caught Bear for Brock Bierman is actually behind the scenes tonight. He's a man. He's a man of all trades. But if you want to see what they've got, the Booster Club's offering as far as memberships, they said the captain's been a popular one this year. But back to the action here as Barry. Game point here. Serve back off of Gardner. Caught her in the wrong spot. Rolled right up her arms. So the Wildcats will take the first one, and that's kind of been the theme this year for the Bombers. Has been very, very close.
Yes.
Played some tight matches, but to no avail. As the Bombers led 14-5 in that one, the Wildcats came storming back. A couple of adjustments. They take the first one 25-22. But what an exciting first set that was.
It was.
Of this one here.
It's too bad that they played as well as they did and then had to let them come all the way back in. But I really liked what I saw. So
100%. There was, like I said, no lack of effort from that young Bombers team. And they showed that they can play with this Wildcat team. And while Carlisle 6-4 on this season, they've played some decent teams. And the Bombers are 1-4, but their losses have come to Dallas Center Grimes, a West Liberty team, Dallas Center Grimes again, to Valley. So they've had a pretty rough schedule to start the year. So you're kind of getting your tough ones out of the way, and we'll start them out early. But it's just 1-4. But I tell you what, there's a lot to be said about that first set there for the Bombers as they played hard. And showed up, man. Showed up and showed out. We'll see.
I hope they didn't look nervous to me, but I hope that, they can settle in here the second game and keep a good thing going.
And Megan, that's the thing of a young team, right? When you lose kind of a heartbreaker like that, can you bounce back? You got about 2 minutes to think about it, 3 to think about it, dust it away, and get back involved. As the Wildcat team's kind of dancing in the huddle, you can tell they got some experience, a little bit looser.
Yeah.
But this Bomber team showed that they can play with this Wildcat team. Now we just got to put it together for 25
come back
points.
out with the same intensity.
Absolutely. Get some of that miscommunication on the back end kind of sheared up a little bit, but we're right there. We are right there where we need to be. Just a couple of points shy, but I like the effort so far I'm seeing out of this Bomber squadron tonight.
Yeah, you mentioned our booster club. If you're a Huxley or a Ballard fan, grandparent, person that lives here in town, the booster club sure loves the support. You know, stuff's expensive now.
Yeah,
uniforms and all the flashy stuff you got to have, and the booster club supplements all of that. The school can only cover so much, so that's where the booster club steps in. A lot of the equipment we use for our stream was donated by booster club members. A lot of, you know, just extra things that weren't around when we were in high school, but they're sure nice to have, you know. Like,
it's another evolution of sports, right? Just all of the kind of bells and whistles and technology. Technology has moved at such a fast pace, and the great thing about the Booster Club is they give our kids 7 through 12 a really good experience, and they help them with those things and provide some stuff, and that's why we love them, and that's why we love being part of the Ballard community. We get a lot of those folks that signed up. And the Booster Club listens to your ideas. So if you want to become a member, a voting member, do it. It's a good thing to be a part of. Anyway, back to the action, Meg, and here we go.
Here we go, game
Set
two,
number
best
two,
of 5.
game 2.
Best of 5.
Here we go. Peyton Askelson, the UNI recruit, will be back to serve for the Bombers. She sends it over. That's received from Chanthivong. That one's hit down by A.K. Christensen, and the Wildcats will take an early 1-0 lead as the ball gets away back there.
Yeah, Peyton's a UNI commit.
Commit, yes, commit.
Yeah, so she's headed to UNI next year.
She's headed to play with Coach Peterson up there, right?
Yeah,
I think that's her.
We played a team from West Liberty this weekend. You mentioned a loss there, but they had a girl that's going to be a future teammate of Peyton's at UNI, so they'll have fun together there.
Oh, and that's going to be a lift there by Estrom, as that was a good serve by Ashley Kate Christensen. Had a little mustard on that one. Bombers trail early in this one. They're down 2-0. Need to side out here. Take the momentum away. The Eastern Michigan commit for the Wildcats. Serves it up on the jump serve. Received back there by Ashworth. Estrom tracks it down. Back row hit from Gardner.
I like
dug out of there by Barry.
Attack.
It's be Christensen from the back row.
Save by
Off
Peyton.
the net. Palm Gardner
Good
plays
shot by Ella.
This will be Light on the outside, and just couldn't get the block up there in time, and that is Sydney.
How tall is Light?
Sydney Lightyears is 6 foot.
6 foot
1. Yeah, I would say she's all of that, but it is when she rears back and fires and drops the hammer on that hit. I'm jumping out of the way, and I'm 20 rows up. Ashley Kate Christensen back to serve as she's 2 in a row here. Wildcats lead 3-0. Christensen received by Askelson outside to Baumgartner. Nice play there by Brenna.
Yep.
Chanthivong, and that one falls in no man's line.
There we go. It's a good tip by Brenna. That was a little tough for her to get to, so she put it in a good spot, got them out of rhythm, and paid off for a side out for us.
It was live as Inksler checks out, and Ashley Kinter will check in to serve. Bombers trail 3-1 here. Kinter with a jump serve. Into the back row to Christensen. Can't handle that one.
Serve.
Beautiful serve by Ashley Kinter. And Megan, we saw last time in the last game that we had success with Christensen in the back row for the Wildcats. So if I'm Kinter, I'm probably going to go right at her again here and try to keep her towards that back line.
I don't think I could jump serve if I tried. I don't think I could pull that off.
That's Brown with the hit over. Outside to Gardner. Chanthivong receives that one. Outside set from Sears to Light. And Light, we got a pancake.
Oh!
That looked like a pancake, but to no avail. I thought Hallie Gardner had the first one of the season. We were going to take the sprinkles and the syrup on that one, but the official said no. It hit the ground. That's a tough play to make. When you see that happen, your eyes can deceive you because
I don't know how to make that call.
I don't either. That's why we're up here just
talking.
That's right. This will be Claire Benson on the serve.
Great
Askelson
pass,
gets
great
it.
set. There we go.
That's another kill for Brenna Baumgardner. As she hits it off the block as the Bombers trail, have fought their way back into it, 4-3 here.
We don't have any Ballard stats yet on this season, but
we don't.
Brenna has got to have a high kill percentage. When she gets a good set, it's going to be hard to return.
Allie Gardner to the back row to Light, or actually Light's in the front row, and should be 4 on the Wildcats, and it is, so that'll be a tie game here as it's 4-4. Hallie Gardner back to serve.
Is the score on the screen?
Yeah, the score's on the screen.
Okay.
Yeah, we got it. Hallie Gardner. That'll be received by Light. It'll be over. It'll be Baumgardner with a tip down.
Oh, nice save. Oh.
That should be 4 again. And the Bombers cooking with some Crisco right now as they take the lead 5-4.
I can't cook with Crisco now. I'm trying to, make healthier choices.
There you go. Avocado oil, we'll say it that way. Gardner with the serve. Benson outside to Light, and that one is blocked.
Nice. Good block
up
by
top
Brenna
there by
and
Brenna
Haley.
Baumgardner. So that was Sydney Light on the kill attempt. To no avail. The Bombers take the lead 6-4.
Oh, they're saying that the block came down on our side.
Oh, okay. I thought that it came down on their side. I'm not sure what we're looking at. I must have missed that one. I was going with what the officials said, so it'll be 5-5 will be the score.
Because our student section wasn't going crazy on the block noise,
Yeah, and we didn't seem to celebrate it. I think we were trying to pull a fast one. Yeah, it didn't work to no avail. Try the old Eddie Haskell.
Who is that?
That's off of Leave It to Beaver. But anyway, and Estrom just couldn't quite get there as
those are hard, I don't really understand, but I guess, your setter's always supposed to take that second ball, but that's a lot of running for her to get to some of those.
Megan, by the looks of it, the pretzels are a fan favorite, at least in my household this evening. We're keeping the pretzel business alive.
You are.
That one's received by Gardner. Outside set there to Harley Askelson, and Harley's just a pinch off tonight. I feel like the timing's not quite there as the Wildcats take the lead 7-5. Eddie Haskell references when you try to do something and then you just kind of get away with it. You're like sneaky,
Okay, he was a sneakster?
Yeah, he was a sneakster. I like that. That's a good one. Astrom with a quick set there. Leave the back row. Should be a free ball coming here for the Bombers. Gardner communicates it out. Passed up front to Astrom. Back set to Baumgardner. Blocked by Chanthevong.
By Ashley Kinter.
Harley with a little tip over. And that'll work just fine for Harley Askelson. Get her back in the flow of things. Harley just a sophomore. Lots of sophomores sprinkled out here on the court for the Bombers this evening. Only 2 juniors on the squad. That's Askelson, 3. Ella Ashworth and Elena Severson. So young Bomber squad as Brenna Baumgardner get back to serve with a jump serve. She'll hit it over. Good receive there from Christensen. Chanthevong over. Miscommunication again there from the Bombers as Gardner was diving one way and Kincher dove the other.
She did what we wanted her to do and give us a little up and over, but we just weren't ready for it that time.
Weren't quite there as it's 8-6. The Wildcats lead here in the second. And this will be Sydney Light back to serve. And that'll be out as the back judge with good vision there. Just barely got out, but I like the call.
We loved it that time.
We do. 8-7 the Bombers trail here, and it'll be Estrom, the lefty, back to serve. Light will receive that one. Benson outside to Christensen, cross court.
Oh, nice save by Harley.
Harley, she'll hit it on the backside.
She's going to do it again.
Cross court. This will be set out there to Christensen again. The block. Oh, and I think we were just in the net there just a little bit.
Yep.
Boy, I guess I didn't see that one, Meg, but that's why I'm up here. But
I think they called Emmy in the net.
Just
and,
into the net.
Sometimes it's their darn ponytails, too.
Sure. Yep. But I like our aggressiveness with that block.
I do, too. You got to have that block up.
You bet. This looks like this will be Abby Berry back to serve for the Wildcats.
Tough serve.
Boy, put it right in the right spot as Harley Askelson couldn't dig that one out. So point for the Wildcats as they lead 10-7 here in the second. Abby Berry back to serve, the setter, senior setter for the Wildcats, and that one's off of Gardner's elbows again. It seems like the Bombers are just having trouble receiving that serve, and it's just in the wrong spot if you're a Bomber fan. But need a side out here as Barry's rattled off a couple in a row. Abby Berry back to serve again. Wildcats lead 11-7. Askelson, that's Gardner from the back row. Good dig there from Tegan Stoner.
Nice.
Better dig from Askelson there.
Oh,
now
shoot.
That'll be 4 as Harley couldn't quite get it over.
Such a big dig from Peyton. That's just...
Peyton again sticking
no
her nose
fear.
in, and the Bombers are going to take a timeout here as they trail 12-7. Coach Duncan doesn't want this one to get away from us.
Should we take this time to talk about our dads, Tim?
Yeah, Megan, you need to give your shout out, Gordy. Your dad, Gordy, a shout out. He's at home. He's at your house, right?
He's a big Bomber fan.
He is.
He's got 2 grandkids, Miles and Nora, and especially Nora playing tonight. My dad had triple bypass last week, and
just last week, huh?
A week and a half ago.
Okay.
And he made the drive to Huxley tonight just to get out of the house, I think. But he's viewing from the recliner in my living room while my mom is in the stands.
Sure.
So
sure. Well,
and we were talking tonight that my dad's name is Gordon and your dad's name is Gordon.
Yep.
My dad had triple bypass and yours did too.
Yes, my dad had it 10 years ago. So there's some commonalities there, and I don't know if my Gordon's watching, but we know Megan's is. And Gordy, hey, we're cheering for you, buddy. Glad to hear you're up and at 'em and feeling good. So hopefully we'll see you in the stands here for the next one instead of having to watch at home.
Yep.
So great to hear. That's great news, Megan. Awesome. Now, we need some good news here for the Bombers on the court as they trail 12-7. Barry's still back there on that serve line. Askelson digs that one out. That's Nora Mudd right on cue with a hit. Dug out of there by Light. That's Christensen, A.K. Christensen. Now their hitters are starting to take effect, and we talked about that before.
Just set her up perfect there for that, and great hit out of her, and set and pass.
You bet, and it takes all 3, right? And it's
sure.
kind of strange, but if it works in Simpatico, it's a thing of beauty as Barry again is back there. They lead 13-7. 5 straight here for Barry. Estrom will back set that one to Harley Askin. Little tip.
Nice look.
Good play there from Harley. Nice little back set from Estrom.
Yep,
Harley couldn't get there, but
gonna maybe try to do what they're doing to us.
You bet.
Maybe put some tips down, and you just got to be able to see that, which again is easier said than done. But they're going to come up with a block, so try to dump one over sometimes.
Be the senior Ella Ashworth. Nice. Just misses outside. That was close. We don't have the technology like you saw this summer on the Olympic, folks. So that one was called out. So Ashworth was just right there, just a smidgen outside. So it's 14-8 as Chanthavong will be back to serve here for the Wildcats. Ashworth receives that one very good. Enksler with a big swing, but it's blocked. Mudd up there with a block. Oh, and they just find it. They just find that open spot. They don't quit. There's my little guy waving at me. He came from football practice tonight. We're busy.
I love the outfit.
Yeah, he's ready to go. Got his haircut tonight. School picture week. We're busy.
Boy.
It's a busy time of year for everybody. Chanthavong back to serve. 15-8. The Wildcats lead. Gardner passes that one. Now Estrom outside to Gardner. Thought we might have had a tip. Looked like a tip to me, but it was not called, and Hallie Gardner was kind of looking for it. That's all right. 16-8.
Keep swinging.
Keep swinging, you bet. Keep swinging confidently. That's all we can do. Chanthavong back to serve again for the Wildcats. Peyton Askelson calls that one. Back set to Emmy Enksler. Blocked up front there. That looked like it was Emma Robinson. Gardner will down ball
nice
that one over.
Off-speed hit by Hallie.
Free ball coming here for the Bombers. Ashworth. Estrom outside to Gardner.
Nice.
Hallie Gardner comes back swinging again. You bet. 16-9 the Bombers trail, but a nice kill there from Gardner. An excellent volley. Bombers took advantage of that free ball from the Wildcats. Peyton Askelson. Little Barrow will be back to serve. One of 3 seniors on the team this year for the Bombers is Askelson. Chanthavong passes that one up front. Back set to A.K. Christensen.
Nice block.
Big time block there from Brenna Baumgardner. Light will send that one to the back row. Estrom, quick set to Baumgardner. Tough one to receive there.
Oh,
Light
man.
plays it off the
Out
stanchion.
Of the HVAC system.
Yeah. Chantavong over. Quick set now. Baumgartner again. Brown gets it. That'll be Light. A.K. Christensen with a block up there by Baumgartner. Heck of a volley here. Gardner. Brown with a pass. Robinson will hit.
Nice save by Peyton.
Peyton Askelson. Now Inksler will send it over to a free ball. This will be Barry with the set to Brown. Cross court and just no one home there as the tricky one from the senior Logan Brown.
Gosh, they played that well out of the ceiling. It was not even visible for a while.
No, it was hanging up there like it was a, I don't even know what it was. It looked like a balloon stuck up there.
And then it came back out of nowhere.
Excellent concentration from Sydney Light and Ava Chantavong as the Wildcats lead 17-9. A.K. Christensen back to serve for the Wildcats. Gardner receives that one. Estrom hustles after it. Baumgartner with a tip over. Nice position on that one. Brenna tried it again. That'll be a point for the Bombers. Brenna Baumgartner working her tail off at the net up there for the Bombers.
Tim, what did they just call?
I'm not exactly sure
I'm
on
not
that
either.
call
That's
what
why
that
I'm
was.
setting you up for that.
Thank you, Megan.
I think it was like a person out in a rotation that couldn't jump over the net, but they did. I think that's what that call was.
Okay, we'll go with that one. That was a very technical term given there. That's why she's the best in the business, folk, the color analyst Megan Munn. Kinter will serve that one over. Well, and Logan Brown got a little bit lost there as the Bombers now trail just 17-11. Megan, I don't know what that call was, but I'm going to make a note of that.
You're going to Google that at home?
Yeah. I bet Miss Ursuline down here would know what that call was. She played a little college volleyball back in the day. Barry Light, and that one's just out. And we got a tip on it anyway, so it's going to be point for the Wildcats. 18-11. The Wildcats lead is, it looks like Sears will check back in, rotating I should say, along with Claire Benson. Benson will come in to serve. She comes in for Brown. Abby Berry will take a break. This will be Claire Benson back to serve. Just a sophomore for the Wildcats. Gardner with a hit on the outside. This will be set up to the outside for Light. Solid block, but to no avail. Light swings it so hard.
She does.
That when it comes off of that block, it is tough to find. 19-11 here, the Wildcats lead in the second.
Claire Benson's a sophomore for Carlisle.
Yeah, just one of the younger ones here. Quick set in the middle for Baumgartner. Good quick one there from Emma Robinson, the junior for the Wildcats. Hallie Gardner over the top. Tipped again there by Gardner. Hallie quick off of her feet to get a point there for the Bombers.
I like it.
19-12 they trail here.
Puts Hallie back to serve.
Hallie Gardner back to serve as the Bombers trail 19-12. Gardner serves that one to Chantavong in the back. Benson finds it. Back row hit there from Christensen.
Nice hustle by Haley there, too.
You bet. Haley Estrom there with the hustle. Outside set to Light.
Way to slow it down.
Tipped up there. Estrom with a good quick play over the net. Back row hit coming here from Christensen.
Nice.
Blocked by Baumgartner and Estrom up there at the net. Chantavong. Baumgartner. Back to Estrom. Now to Baumgartner. Boy, that was the Brenna Baumgartner show along with Haley Estrom. Haley kept that one alive, and Haley gave Brenna a chance to do what she does best for the kill, and it worked out. 19-13, the Bombers trail here. Gardner back to serve again. Christensen, now that'll be Benson.
Another good block by the Bombers.
That was Sears, and another block again by the Bombers. That's Haley Estrom up there. The combo of Estrom and Baumgartner's been efficient at the net so far on this rotation. Bombers trail by 5 as Gardner's back to serve. Christensen receives. Benson with a middle set there to Light. And Light just found her way through that block, and Sydney Light put the smoke on that one, yes. Very well done. Not much you can do with that if you're the Bombers. The block was there. She missed it, hit outside of it.
Yeah.
And that's a tough one to receive if you are the Bombers. So 20-14, it'll be, looks like this will be Isabel Wyckoff back to serve. Kincher will pass that one. That's Estrom. Now Harley Askelson over the net. Benson outside to Light again. Blocked. But off the hands of Kinter, so it'll be point Wildcats. Looks like we've got something new happening on the broadcast with some highlights of some sort. Our guy here in the production crew has just got a little heads up on that. That's Wyckoff, received by Gardner. Harley Askelson tips it over. Askelson again at the net, tips it back over. Benson will hit that one outside to Light. Gardner receives it, passed up to Estrom, outside to Harley Askelson. Christensen with a nice dig on the back row. Benson will back set it.
Another good volley
like
here.
Sears over. Baumgartner with a nice hit. Save, but to no avail, as that's Brenna Baumgartner and Peyton Askelson.
A couple good hits there by Brenna and Harley, and some good digs by all of them. Just a great volley there.
Bombers a little bit on the comeback as they trail 21-15. Be some subs checking back in here as it'll be Baumgartner for the Bombers. The libero Stoner check back in. Baumgartner over with a good serve, but nice pass there from Light, and that one just on the outside, I believe.
Nice.
Light hit the antenna. I call it the stanchion.
Stanchion.
I like that. That's a nice word. Don't ask me to spell it. Getting some clarification, the assistant coaches are from the line judge in the middle regarding the stanchion.
Nice.
Oh, and we might have got away with one there, as I thought that was close to being in the net. So we've got some replay action here the Bear didn't tell us about, but we've had some nice. I didn't know that was happening, Bear. So you're getting some replays, news to us, but we've had some good comments already, so keep them coming. Benson back set to Light. Hangs in the air, gets a piece of it. Good hustle. Another hustle there.
Oh.
Estrom keeps it alive. Now we got a free ball.
Arms flying everywhere.
Communicated out as Estrom will send it cross court to Askelson. Askelson tries to save it, and it just goes out. Tough break for the Bombers. Tough break for the Bombers as it's 22-17, the Wildcats, as they got that point, but a great volley. We've seen some excellent volleys tonight.
Yeah, and I don't want to jinx us, but we've seen some really good serving, too.
Yes.
Both teams are serving really well.
Absolutely, I agree. So this will be Light. And that one will be just deep on the back corner. Bombers trail 18-22 here as Estrom will be back to serve. The lefty setter, the sophomore, Haley Estrom. Nora Mudd checks back in along with Harley Askelson up front there. Emmy Inksler's in, Peyton Askelson, Hallie Gardner outside to A.K. Christensen. Dug out of there. Harley Askelson cross court, dug by Light. Benson cross court to Christensen. Another big hit. Drops the hammer on that one. That was like Thor on that one.
Yeah,
she was like,
I don't know if she likes them this way, but she hits them off the net a little bit, and I don't know if that's by design, but it really works for her. But
I agree. She does. It almost looks like it's misset, and then she just
feels like it's off the net, but she hammers that.
Yes, she does.
That must be
her
what
forte.
She orders.
You bet. Timeout here by the Bombers as they trail by 5 in this second set of the match. 23-18, the Wildcats have the lead. We do. We got to thank our executive producer, our producer this evening, Brock the Bear Bierman. He decided that he's got time on his hands. He'd let Dan sit in the crowd and watch, but I don't know if Dan ever had the replays for us, so we've already upgraded on the production side of things with bringing Bear back here. We won't tell Danny, but I'm sure he'll go home and watch it later. I don't think Dan wanted to do it because there was no sunsets to be filmed this evening, so he gets a little squirrely when that doesn't happen.
He does. Yeah, I think Dan wanted to try to be relaxed mode as his daughter is out
you've done
here
a nice job
playing.
sitting up here,
I feel
Megan.
like I blacked out a few times, but, you know, Dan's got Emmy Inkster out there playing number 14, so wanted to see what it was like to just sit in the stands and not have to run the camera, so
Abby
don't
Berry
blame
with
him
the
there.
serve. That'll be right on cue. Emmy Inkster with the hit cross court. Berry outside to A.K. Christensen. Up high, down hard, point Wildcats. That'll be set point here. Game point here, I should say. Game point here as the Wildcats lead 24-18. Bombers have put up a decent fight in this one, but Berry's back to serve. Baden Aslan passed that one to Estrom. Emmy Inkster with a tip over. Abby Berry, that'll be Chantavong. Astrom to Askelson. To Inkster with a hit.
There she got one.
There she got one, Amy Inkster. That was Ava Chantavong with the block to no avail as Emmy got that one to go down. 24-19 the Wildcats lead, and this will be Ella Ashworth in to serve.
Game point for the Wildcats, but the
Harley
Bombers
Askelson.
are right here.
It is game point for the Wildcats as we're rally scoring, no side outs, as that's been a rule for quite a while. And Ashworth over the top. Berry with a nice little set, but that'll be a lift, I believe, or two. She had 2 hits on it. That one tried to kind of twist it in the air. You can't do that. So 24-20 the Wildcats lead with Ella Ashworth back to serve. Received by Light. Berry with a back set to Chantavong, and Ava Chantavong, the senior, puts the exclamation mark on that one as it's 25-20 will be the final on that one. And it didn't seem as close that time, Megan, as the Wildcats kind of held a 4, 5, 6 point advantage throughout that one. But
they definitely had the upper hand that whole game.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did. So, folks, we appreciate you tuning in at home. We appreciate any feedback you give us as long as it's constructive and positive. No, I'm just kidding.
Jeez.
Any of the feedback you can give us. We want to know how we can make the stream a little bit better. We'd assume, or we would like for you to come out here and to the hangar and watch live, but we understand extenuating circumstances don't allow that, so we appreciate you tuning in live here to the Ballard Network.
Well, I don't know about you, Tim, but I'm getting texts from people out of state that are like just really telling me that I'm doing a good job. And, you know, my mom's always been good about patting me on the back, and I appreciate my relatives doing the same.
That is important. We're getting.
How many texts from out-of-state people have you gotten?
None on the volleyball side. No, none not this evening. I've received them in the past, which is always good. But we are world-renowned with the Ballard Network, as we had some folks tune in from clear over in Italy this summer for a softball game. So we are in multiple continents and many states throughout the continental United States. I don't think we've had anybody in Hawaii or Alaska tune in yet, but there's still time. There is still time,
Well, you know what? One thing that came out of COVID was these live streams, and the ability to broadcast them was next step after that. And I think it's really great for people that are traveling. If you're a parent, you're traveling, or a grandparent, you just can't be here, or like we said, out of state, it's awesome. So for sure. Hey, folks, on your screen, you're going to see the Ballard Booster Club as far as kind of what you can sign up for. I believe there is a QR code on there. You can pick. It's kind of a la carte here. You get to pick which I guess size or package that you want to be part of. We know the captain's been a very popular one this year because it comes with 2 activities passes to every event that goes on, any home events that goes on at Ballard. So that's been a big one. It also gets you 2 tickets to the fall event, and it gets you voting rights in the Booster Club. So that has been a popular item. They did raise individual game prices, too. They did. So the pass is probably a good deal. Important. For a family like ours, we've got 8th grade all the way through seniors, and we'd like to come to the varsity events. So we see a lot of games. We see a lot of games. You betcha. So it was well worth it. But again, we appreciate the Booster Club. They provide the huddle camera access, pay for that membership along with some of the cameras and some of the stuff that we utilize for the Ballard Network, just along with what they give to the athletes here in the Ballard Community Schools. So we got the third one here, Megan. It is best of 5. Yep. So the Bombers need to come ready to play on this one, or it could be all she wrote. But we do appreciate the Bear with the replays tonight. I would like to get to we need a little more access. We need a bigger screen so we can comment on them. I feel like that's going to add to our
viewer experience.
Yeah,
Megan.
I think we might need to get some more iPads up here so I can see what the replays are, because
we get you a telestrator. We get you a telestrator. You can draw on the screen.
Oh, wow.
There we go. We could do that for you. I don't think we can, but we'll still try. We'll talk like we can. I guess we'll have to talk to the Booster Club.
Right.
Some of those folks, maybe the people over there at Flight, which they just had a big announcement today.
They did. Yes.
If the Double Dipped in Town was purchased by Matt and Marianne, so it'll be now the Fabled Popcorn Company.
Yeah, they're still going to do ice cream, too. Don't worry,
Thank goodness.
people. We're still going to have ice cream in town.
Thank heavens.
The road trip you need to do is you need to come to Huxley. You need to eat at Flight, and then head over to Double Dipped and get yourself some ice cream and some popcorn to go.
You betcha. A.K. Christensen with the serve to lead us off here in the third. Oh, and a big block there by number 7. That was Emma Robinson on the big swing from Brenna Baumgartner, but Robinson was up there with the block.
We had bodies flying on our end.
Yes, we did. Peyton and Askelson was there, but just not there quick enough. But A.K. Christensen back to serve for the Wildcats. Dug out of there by Gardner. Baumgartner with the tip, and Haley Estrom just getting enough of it, as the passing has not been great by the Bombers. We've been bailed out by some decent sets and some athletic plays.
She's had to work hard to get there, and Brenna made a good adjustment there to put that one right where they aren't.
It's about the third or fourth time this evening that Brenna Baumgartner has adjusted in the air to make a play on the ball, which is impressive. This will be Ashley Kinter, number 4, the junior for the Bombers, back to serve. Barry outside to Light. Blocked up there by Baumgartner, but blocked out of bounds, so it'll be point Wildcats. Wildcats take the early lead 2-1, as it looks like Addison Sears will check in for Barry. Then Claire Benson will check in for number 18, Logan Brown, as Benson, the sophomore, will be back to serve for the Wildcats. One's tipped up by Baumgartner, passed out of there by Askelson. Hallie Gardner hits it to the back row. Benson gets in position. Light with a big-time swing. Got a piece of it up there, did Brenna Baumgartner.
Yep.
But Light with the power. The power of Light. The power of Light is quite something to be held, as the Wildcats lead 3-1 in the third here.
Wonder what the white squares are out on the court. Do you think
I think that's a practice tool, or maybe from PE, but maybe a practice tool for the Bombers. Set by Estrom, up high, down hard. Nice kill there from Brenna Baumgartner.
Great quick set, nice play there run by the Bombers.
Couldn't do anything with that, could Benson. I think that was Benson that couldn't quite dig that one out of there. Brenna Baumgartner been pretty efficient with her kills tonight, as Hallie Gardner's back to serve here for the Bombers. Gardner pops that one in there. Benson with the back set. Lytle hit that one over. Estrom with a quick tip over the net. Chanthavong with the back row set, and Christensen just took enough off of that one over the top of the block and into that no man's land, like we talked about earlier, Megan.
You just don't know what's coming with her, if she's going to kill it or if she's going to set
you
it there.
You can tell there's a reason she's going to Eastern Michigan. She's got kind of the full repertoire. She can hit it from the front row and the back row, can speed it up and take a little bit off if she needs to. This will be Isabel Wyckoff back to serve for the Wildcats. Passed out of there by Askelson. Estrom with a set to Baumgartner. That'll be 2, it looks like, there again on Benson.
She's shaking her fingers like she hurt something there.
That probably didn't feel very good. Carlisle brought a decent contingency. I think it might be some of their JV players, but there's some other students that showed up. So
gray out for the Carlisle student section and a black out for the Bombers
nothing
student
wrong
section.
with a nice little grout fit. I enjoy wearing those around the house.
I'm sure you do.
Brenna Baumgartner back to serve. Benson outside to Chanthavong. Piece of it from Kinter. Now it'll be sent over by Mudd. Benson with a quick set to Chanthavong. Dug out of there by Gardner. Outside set there to Harley Askelson.
Nice hit by Harley.
Looks like we will get the point there. Nice, like you said, nice hit by Harley. Brenna Baumgartner back to serve again.
Tied up, 4-4.
4-4 in the third. Tegan Stoner checks back in here for Carlisle. Baumgartner over the net. Robinson with a down ball over. Outside of Harley Askelson, a good solid dig there from Christensen. And Chanthafong tried to kind of massage that one over. She couldn't keep it in bounds, but solid effort. Baumgartner back to serve here again as it's 5-4. The Bombers with the lead. Received by Light. Chanthafong will just tip that one over.
Take advantage of this here.
Quick back hit there, Chanthafong. Now we got a free one again for the Bombers. Outside set there to Harley Askelson. Big time block from number 9, Addison Sears there. Addison Sears with a nice block at the net. On the Bombers, Harley Askelson. That'll be Sydney Light.
Oh.
Bomber scramble. Askelson saves it over. That's Harley. And Christensen, you just can't give those free ones and put it in the vicinity of A.K. Christensen because that makes it tough.
We're a little shook before it even came, and then the big hit came. And
we were scrambled. We were scrambled eggs for a minute, and then we were fried after that one from Christensen. You're welcome. You're welcome. Anytime you can talk about breakfast food, count me in. This will be Sydney Light again back to serve.
Oof. Good return by Kinter.
Yeah, nice quick set there. Good hit there from Mudd. And she was just late. And Gardner couldn't quite get there as Estrom was trying to get Nora back over there for the block. She had a nice hit. But I'll tell you what, you can't rest on your laurels against this Wildcat team because they've got basically 4 hitters on the floor at all times, which makes them very tough to deal with.
Tough
front
to defend,
and back
for
row,
sure.
you bet. This will be Sydney Light again on the serve. 7-5 Wildcat lead. Estrom the outside to Harley Askelson. She'll go cross court. Stoner with the dig. Outside now to Christensen. And Kinter just can't handle it. As Coach Duncan says, we know that's where we're at. I think what the plan there is to take away that down the line with the block to try to get her out of her comfort zone, which I'm not sure out of the comfort zone is in the cards for Christensen from what I've seen tonight.
Seems like it takes a lot to get her uncomfortable.
Yes, I agree.
But you gotta make
try
an attempt.
it. You bet. Light with a serve. Quick set there from Estrom. Big block again there. That looked like Chanthafong and Sears maybe on that one. Mudd swung, got it blocked. 9-5 the Wildcats lead, as I think this is 4 straight here.
9-5, my favorite song.
9-5, Little Dolly Parton. You can check Megan out at Club Mudd Saturday nights. That's the basement of their house. As Light sends that one over. Back row hit from Gardner. Well done there from Hallie. Benson with a back set here. Gardner gets that one. Could have been out, but will play on. Askelson, Benson with a nice one. Quick set there. Chanthafong will send it over. Gardner now up to Estrom. Outside to Askelson. And that's just a bit outside is the right call from the back judge. 10-5 here as Light served 5 straight for the Wildcats. Sydney Light again back there. How hard she hits it could be a power outage as Estrom tries to sneak that one over and does with Haley Estrom. Sneaks that one over and gets us off the schneid as the Bombers pick up a point.
Off the schneid?
Off the schneid, yeah.
Wow, you're Mr. Vocabulary tonight.
We are. We're trying our best.
I need to check some of these.
Well, you can. Check out Webster's Dictionary if you can find one. You've probably got one at home as Estrom serves that one. Oh, and that's Nora. Looks like Nora with a block. It'll be 4. She was put into the net, so it'll be 4 hits on the Wildcats. So Estrom will serve again. 7 points for the Bombers, 10 for the Wildcats. As the Wildcats looked a little discombobulated on that one, as they do on this one. Showing off the vocabulary, Chanthafong hit it over. That's Inksler. Nice block there.
Nice.
Oh, and
Good
a little
read by
quick
Haley.
sneaker there.
Yep.
The extra sneaky, much like the Butler on Mr. Deeds. Never underestimate the sneakiness of Haley Estrom there with the quick one over the net. Bombers trail by 2, 8 for the Bombers, 10 for the Wildcats. Estrom hits the serve and just a bit outside. Haley thought she snuck that one in the line. 8-11 the Bombers trail, 11-8 the Wildcats lead, as this will bring Abby Berry as we change out the rotation. Logan Brown will come back in. She checks in for Benson. Berry comes in for Sears. Abby Berry back to serve. She was very good on that one. Harley Askelson across court. Stoner with the dig. Wow, and there's Christensen again.
Up and over the block.
She is super savvy with when she rises up, and she just kind of controls it at the net. I agree. 12-8 here, the Wildcats lead. Bombers need a side out. Peyton will pass that one to Estrom. Estrom working hard out there to Hinksler, and Emmy will get that one to go. Crawls over, tips off.
Nice team effort there. Good hustle by Haley. Good hit by Emmy.
Point for the Bombers as they trail 9-12. It'll bring the senior Ella Ashworth, the defensive specialist, back to serve for the Bombers. She'll sail that one over to Christensen. Elodie Berry back to Christensen. Well, and that's going to take a lot of hustle as Ashworth just couldn't quite get there, but Christensen again with the kill. Woo, baby. AK, and it comes off that right arm like a howitzer. That's quite impressive because there is, between her and Light, there's a lot of miles per hour. RPMs.
There is. It's like some really impressive hitting.
There's Ava Chanthavong with a serve. It's dug out of there by Ashworth. Outside there to Gardner. Big block there.
Oh,
that
nice
looked like
hustle.
Emma Robinson.
Oh.
Good hustle from the Bombers, but just couldn't quite get there. As it's 14-9, the Bombers will trail. Peyton Askelson holds on to a little bit of gamesmanship there by the senior leader for the Bombers. This will be Chanthavong back to serve for the Wildcats as they lead 14-9 in the third. Good serve there from Chanthavong, and that's coming back. Not much we could do there as Haley Estrom was caught in no man's land, and the tip over the net. Easy block.
The front row player, those are balls you like to see come in, your eyes get big.
Yeah, those are the put it on the tee right there. Chanthavong back again. Ashworth receives it. Estrom works hard to get it. It'll be a free ball for the Wildcats. Berry will set it outside to Christensen.
Nice
big block up there.
Emmy
Enxler, Nora Mudd. The Centennial Circle connection again.
Oh.
Gardner with a nice hit on the outside. Hallie Gardner, the sophomore, she just keeps swinging.
Yeah. Hallie's a strong girl, like you said, a softball player too. She doesn't have a lot of height on her side, but she can jump and she can hit hard.
She can rise up, you bet. Peyton Askelson back to serve as the Bombers trail by 5. Berry with a little jump set there to Brown. Dug out of there by
nice
Askelson.
Hustle.
Saved by Gardner. Tipped by Baumgardner. And the point for the Bombers. Outstanding hustle from Peyton Askelson. Hallie Gardner and the little tip play from Brooklyn Baumgardner. Gets it done. You bet. Quick all the way around. Hand-eye coordination at its finest. Askelson will serve it over. Chanthavong receives it. Berry with a nice little tip there from Christensen over.
Nice
Peyton
save by Peyton.
You bet. Saved it out of the dirt.
Here she goes
Askelson
from the other
again.
side.
Hallie Gardner saves it. Chanthavong receives that one. Back row to Chanthavong. Peyton Askelson double fists it. Brenna Baumgardner, what an outstanding effort from this Bomber squad.
Peyton Askelson worked hard for that point.
Yes,
she was all over there.
Did.
She's not going to go down easy.
No, there is no quit in this Bomber squadron tonight, I will tell you that. Just diving all over the place tonight. You love to see the effort. And no better person to learn from than the senior Askelson. Like you said, no quit in her. Gardner with the tip across. Christensen, now it'll be set up for Christensen.
Nice
Big time block.
by Brenna.
Brenna Baumgartner up top.
Again
Again Baumgartner. Estrom now we'll pass it outside to Gardner. Tipped ball. Going to be a tough one for the Wildcats. Should be free ball.
Wow, well played.
Emmy Inkster gets that one. Quick set to Baumgartner. They go to the block into no avail. There's some big-time enthusiasm in the front row right now for the Bombers as they're on the comeback trail. They trail by 2 in the third. 15-13, and they have earned every one of these 13 points so far, Megan.
It's been fun to watch, but I'm loving it.
Askelson back to serve again. She's been good so far.
Brenna knew right where to put that one.
Yes, she did. As A.K. Christensen dove. Looks like we may be seeing a timeout here from Coach Karpik, but nothing yet as the Bombers trail by 1 as Askelson's on a bit of a heater. The Bombers are efforting their way back into this one big time as it goes into the net. This Peyton Askelson. Good series of events there, though, for the Bombers as they fought their way back into this one. They trail by 2. A.K. Christensen back to serve for the Wildcats. Bombers need to get her off of that service line. Received by Gardner, passed out of there by Askelson. Will be bumped over by Ashworth. Good play there by Ella. Outside to Light. Tipped at the net by the Bombers. Just couldn't quite get there.
I like the effort. Again, it was a good block over there.
Yes, it was. And Haley Estrom diving around. The sophomores from the Bombers have showed up tonight. Estrom, the setter, being one of them. Christensen serves that one too long. That'll help. That'll help.
Ella got her arms pulled back in time for that one.
Yes, she did. She says that's a Midwestern thing. Don't put your arms up there as Kinter comes in to serve for the Bombers as Inkster checks out. Bombers 15, Wildcats 17. Kinter serves that one deep. Well done.
She's been a good server for us tonight.
Yes, she has. She put that one off of Chantha Vaughn, couldn't handle it. Point Bombers. 17-16, the Wildcats lead. As this will be Ashley Kinter back to serve again. Bombers looking to tie it up here on this one. Good serve again from Kinter. Barry finds that one outside to Light.
Good try by Peyton.
Hayden Askelson just couldn't quite keep it in play. A lot of authority on that one from Light. She looked like a lightsaber on that one. Star Wars reference there for you?
I know what a lightsaber
all right. Well,
is.
just
Come
checking,
on, I didn't
Megan.
know what some of your other weird words were, but
the season is young, Megan, as this is Benson back to serve.
I will admit I haven't watched the Star Wars movie, but
I don't either. I'm not a big fan. Baumgartner gets blocked up front there by Robinson again. Gardner will push it over, puts it in a good spot. Light digs it out of there. Sears will hit that one to the net. Point Bombers. 17 Bombers, 18 Wildcats. Harley Askelson to check in. Ella Ashworth. It'll send Hallie Gardner back to serve here. 18-17, the Wildcats lead. Benson cross court to Light. Up for the block were Estrom and Baumgartner, but just got a piece, not enough of it.
You knew that was going to be trouble. It was a good serve receive, a great set, and a great hit.
Yes, it was. And you're right, it's almost a different set for Light than it is for Christensen.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more off of the net for Light and more on the net for Christensen as we watch here. I'm starting to pay attention to what you're saying, Megan. About time I do that. Wyckoff with the serve. Harley Ass is going to hit that one cross court. Christensen gets a piece. That'll be back row hit here from Christensen. She had some nasty spin on that one. That almost looked like a curveball that came off of her right thumb. Dropped it in there as that's a point for the Wildcats. Bombers trail by 3, 20-17, and it's Isabel Wyckoff again. Back there.
Bullet of a serve.
Yes, it was. Good set there. Brenna Baumgartner up high, down hard, and they cannot handle it. Brenna Baumgartner, I believe her kill rate is at over 50% this evening and probably knocking on 65, which we'll take. Bombers trail by 2 as Stoner checks back in the libero as Baumgartner's back to serve. Mudd checks in for Peyton Askelson. Brenna over the top. That'll be out of play there from Sears. Tough one to handle from the setter, Benson. The Bombers just won't go away in this one.
No.
There's no quit in the Bombers team.
I would love to see 4 games. Of course, I'd love to see 5.
You betcha. No quit here as Baumgartner serves it over.
Nice
big time block
by Harley.
Harley Askelson up with the net, assisted there by Nora Mudd. Big time block of Light.
I'm loving the no fear by these girls.
Looks like it'll be timeout for the Wildcats. 20-20 here with the timeout taken by the Wildcats as
great song.
The Bombers have been storming back. As we listen to the music overhead, we'll give Flight Bar and Grill a shout out again. They're our main sponsor, as you can see. I believe they're on the screen somewhere, the Flight Bar and Grill. There's their little logo on the bottom side. Flight Bar and Grill with them.
Are you going to go to the Iowa State game?
This
song reminds me of one of those teams.
I will not go to the Iowa State game. I know what team it means you of, and Brock the Bear Bierman does not want to hear anything about it.
We are going to go.
You are going to go?
We are going to go.
Okay, there you go. That should be a fun time. 2:30 kickoff, right? So you don't have
plenty
to get
of time
for
yummy tailgate food.
You bet,
well, my son says we're leaving at 6 a.m., but I don't know if the rest of us are. But.
There you go. You got to get up and at 'em, get over to Iowa City. But it's always a fun week.
It's always
here
fun.
In the state of Iowa, especially in the central part where we live, being this close to Ames. A lot of Hawkeye fans, a lot of Cyclone fans. Thursday night, tailgate divided over in Slater, so if you're free for that, check it out. Well, this with a big hit, but blocked with a piece as Estrom hustles after it. Askelson cross court. The Wildcats are in scramble mode, and Christensen got a bit greedy with that one. It'll be a point Bombers as the Bombers have taken the lead, 21-20 here in the third. They just won't go away.
No.
Brenna Baumgartner back to serve again as she keeps it rolling for the Bombers. Christensen receives up front to Benson, a little bit towards the net for Light. And Light just gets it over, and Gardner was there, but just a smidgen too late on that one.
She was nice and light on that one.
Yes, she was. She was light on her feet and light with the tap, and she'll be back to serve as it's tied 21-21 in the third. Sydney Light, I keep wanting to call her Crystal Light, but I just saw her Kinhead one, and that's not her name. It's Sydney. Back play there from Estrom. Wildcats were ready. Back row hit here from Light. Dug out of there by Askelson. Cross court to other Harley Askelson. Too strong with that one.
Bombers need a big side out here.
We do as they trail 22-21. Light back to serve. Wildcats are feeling good about themselves. Sydney Light. Dug out of there by
serve receive by Kinter.
Kinter. Light helps that one stay in. Cross court to Christensen.
Wow.
Big time dig by Peyton and Askelson.
Holy cow.
Good set from Estrom. Stoner with his pass. Chantavong over. That'll be Gardner. Passes it to Estrom. Quick set. Mudd blocked by Chantavong. I believe we were in the net. That was Christensen. Well, Chantavong into the net. So point Bombers again. No fear from these young girls.
I like it.
Up there.
I like it a lot.
You got Harley Askelson hitting. Nora Mudd hitting. Hallie Gardner flying around the floor. Now we got Haley Estrom, the sophomore, the lefty back to serve. Good one deep to Light. Benson, good set. Chantavong, big dig, but to no avail from Peyton Askelson. That one got on top of her in a hurry.
Yeah, it did.
Holy moly.
She got her arms up, but I don't think we'd get our arms up.
No, I would have had a broken nose.
Yep.
Call 911. Tell the ER I'm on my way. Looks like it'll be a timeout from the Bombers as it's 23-22 here in the third. The Bombers have fought their way back into this one. So here we go. And this is a big point here, I feel like.
It's huge.
It's huge, as some would say. You bet. You bet. What's your prediction for the game on Saturday, Megan?
Oh, it's going to be close. You know it. It always is.
Well, I didn't ask that, Megan. I
well,
said, what's
sorry.
your prediction?
Okay.
I'm holding you to it. You're on national television broadcast here, nationwide.
I think the Hawkeyes are going to win 21-17.
She said Hawkeyes 21-17.
Well, that's really high scoring, though, and that's not
Hawkeyes
usually our thing.
21-17. I like it. You heard it here first, man. Here first. Folks, Megan Mudd,
probably more like 3-0.
Prognosticator, 21-17 Hawks. Barry serves that one too long. Nice play there by Peyton Askelson. She knew where she was at on the floor. No touch. And he served out. It'll be the senior back there now for the Bombers. Ella Ashworth back to serve for the Bombers in a big spot. Tied up, 23-23. Received by Light. Christensen with a big time hit.
Good try by Haley.
Good try by Estrom. She looked at Coach Duncan and said, I was there. Coach Duncan said, not much you can do with that, sister. Not much you can do. As we'll have Ava Chanthavong will be back. And Coach Duncan will take a timeout, kind of like icing the kicker in football. Yep. Trying to ice the server. As we play, I believe this is Soldier Boy over the loudspeakers. I don't know, maybe not. It's a little bit past my time. Megan, it's not my favorite. No, that's not quite what it is.
Did you get new shoes for this season?
No. I just, Megan, I bought these about a year ago or so, but I put some spray guard on them, and then when they get dirty, I can wash them. They come back right to white, man. It's nice.
I never actually buy that stuff.
Yeah, it works. It works.
I've got
on Amazon.
I've got my bomber shoes on tonight.
I like those. I like those bomber shoes. Kara she bought some Dunks that are the blue and whites.
Wow.
But they're kids sizes, so they're a little cheaper.
Well, that's nice.
Yeah, that's a nice. Chanthavong back to serve. Game point. Carter hits that one. Now to be pass from Estrom. Oh, big time there by Barry. Going back row here from Light. Cross court, Peyton Asselson with a dig. Estrom back set to Inksler. Blocked at the net. Dug out of there by Estrom. That'll be Inksler again. Doug looking for a carry there were the Wildcats. Christensen cross court, dug by Askelson. Now back across to Gardner. Barry gets that one. Chanthavong will hit that one out there to Christensen. Big time block. And we're calling it a block, so it will be to no avail. Looked like it could have been in the net, maybe the tape, but it's a tough one.
A tough call.
But regardless, the Bombers lose the third, 25-23. But fairly highly contested volleyball match tonight, Megan.
It was.
That second set got away from us, but no quit in the third for the Bombers.
I love the way we came out to play.
I agree.
First and foremost, that was great. We didn't quit. The second set just got a little out of hand, and then
it did get away from us. But I will tell you, the upside for this Bomber team is there. I think there's some communication things, and folks, by no means am I a volleyball aficionado. I've just watched enough of it to be dangerous. But some communication things can be worked out. Yep. And I think that our young hitters up front and all of our hitters, but our senior leadership is really good.
It is really good.
And we've got some girls that are fearless out there that are flying around and trying to make plays. Like I said, the effort was outstanding tonight, I thought, from the Bombers.
It was. So we don't play again until next week, right? Is it a home game or away game?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's a home or away game. I would have to check for volleyball next week, Bear. Do we know? We're going to check that out really quick right now.
I know there's a JV tournament for the Bombers on Saturday.
Okay, I know we've got a road football game. We go up to Humboldt this Friday. We're checking out the schedule now. We're at Boone on Tuesday, and then we'll have, that's homecoming week is next week.
Oh, that is. You're right.
So we'll have a home football game, but that'll be the next time you'll hear us on the Ballard Network. So, folks, we appreciate you tuning in. Megan, do you have anything else you'd like to comment on before we sign off for the evening?
No, I appreciate the comments, and thanks for tuning in, and we appreciate it. Go Bombers.
You betcha. And one last time, thank you to Flight Bar and Grill, our main sponsor in the Ballard Athletic Boosters. The Booster Club. We wouldn't be here without you folks. So for executive producer, I should say assistant executive producer, Brock Bierman, my color analyst, Megan Mudd, I'm Tim Davis signing off here from the hangar as the Bombers lose 3-0 tonight to a tough Carlisle Wildcat team, but a lot of action and a fun one to call. So again, have a good evening here from the hangar, and like Megan said, roll Bombers.